back in 2019, I joined my first volunteer projects as a coordinator. At that time, I didn't think too much about purpose or impact. I just knew that I wanted to try, but somewhere along the way, I felt something really important. I felt comfortable in that role. It didn't feel like a job for me. It felt right, and sometimes I'm thinking to myself, I'm really lucky to be doing this because not a lot of people can find something fits them so naturally. And in 2019, I met Brian during a Dream Volunteers project. This experience stayed with me and it changed the way I saw volunteering and the way I saw myself. I realized I didn't just want to join a project. I wanted to stay. I wanted to be a part of something that truly cares about people, not just outcome. And Dream Volunteers gave me the motivation when I needed it most. It reminded me why this work matters, and it showed me that this is what I want to do, no matter what it takes. For me, this isn't just a volunteer project. It's a choice, it's a commitment, and it's a path that I'm grateful to be on. Dream Volunteers support scholarship for the family in Vietnam who are facing financial hardship. The family who truly want their children to go to school but don't have the means to make it happen. Through this support, Dream Volunteers become part of building a future that once felt out of reach for these children. Not only the scholarship, but also the topics they can learn every month. I think they don't just learn knowledge, but they build foundation in soft skills, in thinking, in how to communicate, in how to understand themselves and the world around them. And year by year, the change becomes visible. What I have seen is not just the academic growth. I've seen the change in their environment, in their attitude, and in their personality. In the small things like how they learn to be grateful for what they have and feeling happier with less, and beginning to ask themselves the question like, what can I give back to the community I live in? So I think Dream Volunteers truly change a person through meaning lesson and simple throughout actions. They seem small first, but they become a foundation for long-term growth, and sometimes the foundation is what changes a life. As the country director in Vietnam, what has surprised me most is how much change on both sides, and often in ways that we don't expect. For our local students, the change usually start quietly. For example, many of them afraid of speaking in front of people because they worry about making mistakes. They worry about being judged. But over time, something shifts. They begin to speak without fear. They start dream bigger, not because just someone tells them to do, but because they realize that their voice matters. And they learn that they are seen, heard, and valued, and that belief stays with them long after the program ends. For our international students, it's different, but it's just as powerful. I can see that many of them Many of them arrive with good intention, but also with the idea that they are here to help or save. Vietnam challenged that mindset, and they learn humanity, they learn to listen. They begin to understand that their own privilege, not with guilt, but with gratitude and responsibility. And they leave realizing that this experience was never one side. And I think what surprised me most in this is local students gain confidence, international students gain perspective, and in the end, they both gain humanity. I would say that many people don't have much, but they still choose kindness, resilience, and community. Here, happiness doesn't come from having more. It comes from appreciating what you have and asking yourself how we can give back. One moment that I will never forget was the first time we completed a project at Anlin School with our Dream Volunteers team. That was when we truly felt what real change looked like. We actually listened, planned, and worked step by step together with the community. And when the project was finally finished, the change wasn't just in the space, it was in the people. I can see that both local students and Dream Volunteers was so happy. They have a really strong connections, and that moment reminded me the real impact doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing things with care. And that is why this work matter to me. What I love most about being part of Dream Volunteers is connection. The positivity that every members of Dream Volunteers brings, not only to me, but also to our country as well. Through this connection, we have found hope. We have learned that to stay positive even in difficult moments. And this team has taught us gratitude and show us that giving to others is one of the simplest way to feel true happiness. It shows us that giving is not a sacrifice. Giving is something that we learn to be happy. And this is why Dream Volunteers is not just a team to me, it's a place where purpose become real. Fun fact about me is my birthday is the opposite of my husband's birthday. I think I believe in destiny, and I believe that every choice that I make carries meaning and leads to something good. So I hope that everyone can learn how to trust themselves and believe in the quiet, beautiful magic behind life's timing.